Welcome to the USVI Grow with Google webinar series. The VI SBDC has collaborated with Grow with Google to present this series of 3 webinars to help you take your business to the next level. Today we have the last webinar within this particular series, and we encourage you to benefit from the previous 2 accessible on the VI SBDC YouTube channel. Let me briefly introduce today's presenter. Raymond V Henry is a professional ASBDC Virgin Islands business counselor on a mission to enlighten emerging and existing small business owners about the day-to-day operations of running their own business. He offers high-quality professional business counseling and training in operations, accounting, finance, export, and trade to small businesses. A graduate of the University of the Virgin Islands and with 25 years experience as a commercial banker gives him the advantage of getting the job done quicker. In 2016, he was selected as the state star for the ASBDC Virgin Islands. He is a founding member of SCORE Virgin Islands. Just a friendly reminder to put your questions in the chat and they will be addressed immediately after the presentation. Mr. Henry, the floor is yours.
Hi, welcome and good afternoon to today's workshop on how to launch your business with customer-focused marketing. Today's presentation is done in conjunction with Google as an initiative to help people prepare for work, find jobs, and grow their business online. In this workshop, we are going to talk about the basics of customer-focused marketing to help you launch a successful business. Let's start by talking about what marketing is and why the customer journey is a key element. There is a famous quotation by Mr. Seth Godin, an entrepreneur and author. He says, "Great marketers don't make stuff, they make meaning." The job of marketing is to make your products and overall brand meaningful. That's what creates a customer base that is loyal to your brand, choosing your products over others. But how does that begin? In our presentation today, we're going to use a case study of Shalon and Sherika. They are the founders of TW Tote. It started when Mr. Thomas couldn't find a professional way to carry his lunch to work. He tried a paper bag, a plastic bag, and even a Velcro neoprene mail bag. None of them reflected his style. So he looked for a professional lunch bag online and couldn't find anything he was looking for at a reasonable price point. So he decided to take matters into his own hands, and TW Tote was born. Like many entrepreneurs, often have passion and ideas, a product people need, and minimal marketing knowledge. Today, we're gonna focus on increasing your marketing knowledge. Let's start with a definition. What is marketing? Marketing is a very big topic, but at its core, marketing is an ongoing effort to create meaning for your customers. It answers questions such as, why should customers buy from you? What is in it for them? What makes your product, services, and company great? Why should they listen to your advice? What's your backstory? As a definition, you could say marketing is creating meaning and storytelling, or you could say marketing is building relationship, trust, and credibility. Or another definition could be influencing customers along their journey. What is a customer journey? It is the sum of the experiences customers go through when interacting with your brand. It starts with awareness consideration, purchase, advocacy. That's the phases of the customer journey, and we shall move along that journey together. How do you influence the customer journey? You need to influence the customer journey in all 4 phases. Awareness, at that stage, you're trying to reach your customers. In the consideration phase, you want to engage with them. In the purchase stage, you want to convert them. And in the advocacy stage, you want them to become loyal customers. Reach prospects and create awareness. Let's talk about the first phase and how you reach your customers and build awareness of your brand. Awareness. How do you reach your customers? There's Google search, there's word of mouth, advertising, trade show marketing, and searching online. Awareness could also be triggered through word of mouth and other methods. No matter how your customers find you, they will likely continue their research by searching for your business online. You want to reach your prospective customers. To reach prospective customers, you first need to understand who they are, so you know how to reach them. You need to start by identifying who needs your products, then build a brand that sparks their interest. And once you've defined your ideal market and built a solid brand, get your business online. Let's talk about each of these concepts more. One of the steps to meeting your customers, you've got to use what is called market segmentation. When it comes to identifying your customers, it is good to think about whose problems you want to solve. Who will want the products and brand experience you create? Understanding exactly who your prospective customer is will guide your marketing. Your brand and products may be useful to just about anybody. But if you don't focus on your most likely customers, you will spread your message and money too thin. Market segmentation is a big term in marketing. It says you need to know about the demographics, psychographics, geographics, and the behavior of your customers. You can start by creating your ideal customer for your product or service. This is usually called a customer persona. For example, in our business, you might say your ideal customer would be a mid-30s female, single, lives in a large city, college educated, works in fashion, interests cooking, wine, travel, and she shops locally. That is your ideal customer. Given the basis of your ideal customer, you can create marketing that would influence her journey. Once you've identified your customers, it's time to create a brand that appeals to your favorite customer, your ideal customer. Branding is more than just logos and colors, graphic elements, and the messaging of voice. Your logo design and brand colors will convey certain feelings and even inspire certain actions. Graphic elements communicate values and interests and should represent what your prospective customers are interested in. Branding is based on values and ideals. So you should create an identity that appeals to prospective customers. Your branding should tell who you are, who you want to be, and what you stand for. Your prospective customers will share those values and it will be easier for your marketing message to reach them. Create a brand positioning statement is the first step. It will say who you serve, what you offer, what differentiates you, and your promise or mission. How are you going to solve their problem? Your brand positioning statement is your North Star. It's like your mission statement. It can also be used externally in your marketing. It should include the customers you serve, what you offer, and how you can best meet their needs. Here is a sample brand positioning statement template that you can use in your own business. And all you have to do is fill in the placeholders. Here's an example that T and W are working example. And if you were to read it, it would say, your positioning statement says, for working professionals who need a stylish and functional lunch bag, TW provides fashionable, insulated, vegan leather totes because everyone deserves a luxurious and functional lunch bag the entire family can use. Once you've defined your prospective customers and design a brand that speaks to them, it's time to get your business online. You may find an audience through existing platforms, social media, directories, and online marketing places. These existing platforms can help you reach specific customers, but using them is like renting an office. You don't own the space, you lease it. Your business, getting your business online involves you creating your own website. This gives you the advantage. You will own it, you will control it, and you will grow it as your business grows. Also, your own website can be optimized to search engines, helping people find you. Create a free business profile on Google, and the word is free. This is an opportunity for you to create a profile with Google to manage your business info, connect with customers, and encourage them to leave reviews, posts, and updates. I strongly suggest that you visit google.com/business. The business profile displays critical information for searchers across the Google platform. This doesn't replace a website, but it can help you stand out in search results and drive potential customers to your site. Creating a business profile helps you control the details Google displays. A typical business profile would show your business hours, your contact information, store locations, photos, videos, and more. There are also built-in marketing features to communicate with your customers through the customer journey. You can find out more by visiting google.com/business. Once customers discover your brand, some move into the next phase of the customer journey, and that's called engage and influence consideration. Here, you can guide customers through the process of evaluating your brand, engaging and influencing them to learn more about you. How do you influence the customer's journey? And this phase is called the consideration phase. You've created the awareness. Now you want them to engage. can they find answers if they evaluate your brand and by gathering information? Your marketing strategy is to provide answers to their questions and other details to help them in their evaluation. In that process, engaging your customers will include listening and learning. Learn about their needs and wants by listening to them, asking questions, and having meaningful conversations. Spend time communicating and delivering valuable information and content to your customers. Your goal during this consideration phase is to build interest and desire in your customers, so they want to develop a deeper and longer relationship with your brand. To learn more about customers, you need to listen to their pain points. You need to meet a need. You need to address their challenges. You need to find out what they're searching for online. In our work study with Shalon and Sherika at TW Tote, they discovered that their customers love their lunch bags, but also needed different types of totes for a variety of uses. You can address the challenges your potential customers have with your particular industry, products, or with your brand specialty, or with your brand specifically. Analyzing what customers are searching for online will give you insight into what they want and need. By listening and learning, you can figure out how to best serve your customers through your products or content. What are they looking for? How do your customers search for products you offer? And that's where Google comes in. You can use Google search to find out what your customers may be looking for. Often it's for solutions to their problems. How do your prospective customers search? What terms do they use that can connect them to your product or brand? Searches by our work study T&W Tote customers might be around fashionable work bags or style tips. These search terms become the keywords and key phrases that you should use regularly in your marketing. That's the purpose. Most small businesses should have at least 5 up to 30 keywords or phrases they know their customers use to search for their product or expertise. Of course, Google search shows related searches appear below the results when you go to Google search. Whenever you enter a search query in Google, you will see a list of related searches at the bottom of the search results. TW Tote could type professional lunch bag in a Google search and see what other goods or services their potential customers are seeking. Another tool from Google is Google Trends. It's a free tool, and the emphasis here is on free. A free tool called Google Trends can also help you find keywords and ideas for new content. Now we're in the business of marketing, and we want to target our marketing. Google Trends will show you the relative popularity of different search terms on Google. If it has enough data, the trends will show forecasts of volume, and that will give you an advantage in directing your marketing using those keywords. Once you know what your customers are looking for, it's time to give them what they want. So you need to share valuable content. You need to educate them and inspire them. You need to help them with their research, and you need to establish your expertise in that area with your product or service. You can share the content through many channels. You could share it on social media, email, YouTube, podcasts, online publishing, website, or blog. You don't have to be on all of them, but you do have the opportunity to reach different audiences in different ways through different channels. Think of each of these channels as a means to share your content. There are lots of choices. Choose channels based on where your customers spend time and what best delivers the content you're sharing. Ultimately, you want to drive traffic back to your website and share content directly on your site. If you have a business profile on Google, which is free, you can use the post feature to share content that links back to your site. You can find out more by going to google.com/business. In this phase of the customer journey, you're not selling, you're sharing. You're building a relationship based on content. You're sharing content with them for their attention. Because no one wants to feel like they're being sold to. That's what causes so many businesses away, or I should say the other way. That's what scares so many businesses away from marketing. But as long as your marketing is customer-based and appropriate to each phase of the customer's journey, you're actually sharing, not selling. You're giving your customers the opportunity to evaluate your brand and products through the content that you share. One way you could share is by frequently asked questions, comparison specs, demo videos, webinars, and samples. Communicating in this way with your prospective customers helps develop a relationship built on trust, credibility, and likability. These are things you earn by putting in the work you've talked about so far, or putting in the work we've talked about so far. Beyond sharing great content, you also need to spend time solving their problems, having conversations, and help them evaluate you. In the second phase of the business journey, we're going to meet another work study, Tracy and Danny, founders of Wicked Good Cupcakes. Let's look at a real-world business to help us understand the third and fourth phases of the customer journey. Tracy and Danny are mother and daughter team behind Wicked Good Cupcakes. In 2010, they took cupcake decorating classes, and their passion became a business. They built a reputation, and they had a big idea. And they were featured in a news spread in April 2013, their products on ABC Shark Tank in front of 10 million TV viewers. So we'll use this work study going forward for the next two phases of the customer journey. Taking the business to new heights. Learn more about their customers. That's what they had to do. They were already in business. They had to identify opportunities to improve their site. And they had to give customers reasons to come back and share their experiences. Let's start with the purchase phase, which is the third step in the customer's journey. Once your marketing has addressed the awareness, phase 1, consideration, phase 2, and the customer's journey, you should have some leads who have become prospects and are ready to become paying customers. That's our goal. Our goal is to have paying customers, but we have to take the customers, or we have to influence them on the customer journey. We want to convert and pave the way to purchase. How do you influence the customer's journey in this phase, the purchase phase? We want to convert the leads into customers. In this phase, your job as a marketer is to influence these leads and prospects to become paying customers. That's our ultimate goal, a process called conversion. You want to convert customers. To convert customers, you need to figure out which leads are most likely to become customers and focus your marketing on them. To do this, you need to identify the key customer actions that lead to conversion. Identify the key actions and ready customers. Then share the right marketing messages and a timely call to action to encourage the purchase with those ready customers. Finally, you'll convert more customers when you streamline the purchase process. Remember where we are in the stage here. We are the conversion stage. You have reached out, you've engaged. Now you want to convert them into paying customers. How do you know where customers are in their journey? If you have engaged them, you will look at the actions. Certain actions signal they are more likely to convert. These key actions may vary depending on your business. Some common ones are, if you can get them to sign up on an email list, you could completing a form like a request for a quote. Downloading content is an action. Calling you or emailing you to schedule a consultation. Placing a product in your online shopping cart, but leaving the site before making a purchase. These are actions that identify customers who are in the process or close to the process of conversion. It is important to remember these key actions won't all be online. For example, in our second working study, the Wicked Good Cupcakes, the Wicked Good Cupcakers, a key action could be a visit to the cupcake truck offering samples. Think about your business. What customers' actions can help you identify people who might be ready to become customers? Share timely call to action. Once you have identified customers who are ready to make a purchase, it's time to share content and call to action designed to convert. That's our goal, to convert them into customers. As I mentioned earlier, Wicked Good Cupcakes send coupons to people who abandon their shopping carts. That's an example. You should timely call to action. Your conversion efforts could include a discount, a special deal, like buy one, get one free, or an exclusive offer with a VIP feel. You could also send an invitation with special content, like to a webinar. Think about what else you could offer as a value-added service, like free shipping, free tutorial. And of course, you're going to present this value added in a compelling and time-sensitive manner. Share timely call to action, discount or deal, exclusive offer, invitation to a webinar or event, customer testimonials, free shipping. There are lots of elements that go into conversion. But one of the easiest way to convert customers to make the purchase process is to make the purchase process simple as possible. You want to reduce the number of checkout steps. You want to encourage them to buy your product, even though they've not signed in. As a guest, they could check out as a guest. And you will provide value-added services or benefits. You can create a hassle-free online checkout experience by reducing the number of steps, offering great guest checkout as opposed to requiring sign-in, ensuring they feel great about what they're buying, we have talked about what you should do to convert customers. Google has another tool that you could use. It's called Google Analytics. It's a free tool. The emphasis here is on a free tool that can be used to understand visitor behavior on your website, on your mobile app. I would suggest you go to g.co/analytics. Google Analytics is a free tool that can help you identify key customer actions that happen on your website. That's why you would want to get this free tool. It's one of the most popular website analytics platforms available. It allows you to connect to your dashboard, and it will help you discover important information about your website visitors, like how do people find your site? What do customers interact with once they find you online? What demographic groups visit your site? What channel drives the most traffic? And which channels or actions drive the most conversion? Google Analytics can help you do better marketing through the entire customer journey. Specific to the purchase phase, Google Analytics provides insight into the actions impacting your conversion, helps you identify customers ready to convert, and lets you analyze your conversion processes so you can get more people to complete the actions important to your business. Again, suggest you go to g.co/analytics. Another Google tool that can be useful for driving conversion is Google Ads. One of the advantages of the digital advertising is the ability to deliver specific content to specific groups. This lets you show ads to the right people at the right time, making it more likely they'll convert into paying customers. For example, you can use Google Ads to put sales messages and incentives in the front of people searching for products like yours. Many formats are available. We are on the final phase of the customer journey, advocacy. As in other phases, you can influence your customers' actions through focused marketing that sustains loyalty and encourages them to recommend you to others. How do you influence the customer journey in this phase, the advocacy stage? By giving your customers more to consume and making the experiences great, you can sustain your business and earn their loyalty. Loyal customers think of your brand over all others. This will help encourage them to promote your brand and products to people they know, word of mouth, helping you reach new customers. Sustaining your customers. All customers are not created equal. You've reached them, you've engaged them, you've converted them, now you want to sustain them. All customers are not created equal. A customer who stays interested and engaged with your brand and continues shopping with you has a lot of value to your business. So how do you create more of these types of customers? By providing them more value to them. You might do this through consistently excellent customer service, new products, as well as different programs and incentives. Ultimately, you want to keep your customers happy, engaged, and buying from you. Happy customers will often naturally tell others about their experiences. But you can also nudge them to do this more with some focused marketing. You can identify customers who are ready for this phase based on the number of purchases they've made, how long they've been a customer, and how they speak out online. Build customer loyalty. Building this type of customer loyalty can be done in a number of ways and relies on the entire customer experience, beginning with the stellar, up to this point, customer service. If they don't have a good checkout experience, had trouble with the product, and didn't get the help they needed, or felt ignored or unsatisfied with their experience or interaction, it will be hard to turn them into brand loyal advocates. At this phase, you want to focus on deepening your relationship with your customers, getting to know them, letting them know you, and keeping them happy and engaged. It's a journey. You can do this by staying in touch through whatever channels make sense for your business. You can do this by sharing content that's valuable to your paying customers, like product tutorials, video guides, new product launch information, and of course, providing top-notch customer service will positively impact customer loyalty. Think about these questions. Do they get the help they need? Are you providing all the answers to their questions? Do they feel great about their purchases and interactions with your brand? If you do not know the answers to these questions, it's time to get some feedback. Asking your customers, how are you doing? Or what can you do better? Is highly valuable information for you and will let them know their opinion matters. Building customer loyalty by staying in touch, provide stellar customer service, ask for feedback, continually improve, and delight them in unexpected ways. Sustain customer loyalty. VIP and exclusive offers. These are people who have already purchased, so you treat them with discounts and perks and personalized programs. Loyalty programs and incentives will help you sustain the customer loyalty you built by helping them feel special. You could create a loyalty program. Your program could offer special discounts and perks. You can also encourage customer advocacy. Once your customers feel taken care of, even delighted, they'll be more open and encouraged to recommend your brand to people they know. This is so powerful because your current customers most likely associate with people within the same target market, making their friends and connections your next best customers. That's why it's important. In fact, 92% of consumers trust word-of-mouth recommendations over any other type of marketing. And customers referred by other customers have a 37% higher retention rate. These are important reasons to not just focus on sustaining loyalty, but to encourage advocacy. Happy customers will naturally spread positive word of mouth. Of course, the opposite is also true, which is why you want to create an excellent customer experience. You can help customers spread the word by putting opportunities to advocate your brand in front of them. Start by asking customers to leave you online reviews, testimonials and case studies, referral programs, contests, and social media sharing. Tips for managing reviews. Encouraging customers to leave you a review on Google and interacting with them through your business profile is a great way to start. Your happy customers become advocates for your business through the reviews they leave. But you need to respond promptly, write genuine, courteous, and short responses, share your point of view, solutions, answers, or thanks, and avoid offering incentives or advertisements. Who can be an advocate? Of course, your customers are not the only ones who can become brand advocates. Employees, partners, vendors are great candidates for brand advocacy. Even if they aren't actual customers, they have intimate knowledge of your brand and can be encouraged to advocate for you. Paid influencers and affiliates are another form of advocates. Influencers are typically people who have influence among your target audience, and the content they share is in line with your brand. Influencers are paid to recommend your brand or a specific product through social media. Affiliates are typically people in your industry who have a wide reach or a lot of traffic on their website. Affiliates receive a percentage of sale they generate through their advocacy. Let's recap. We've come to the end of the customer's journey. As you can see, there is a lot of marketing you can do to influence the customer journey to ensure your potential customers become aware of you, consider you fully, purchase something, and become brand loyal advocates. So if we were to recap, marketing for awareness and consideration. Awareness, you're going to reach. How do you reach your customers? Consideration, you engage and can define answers. In our recap, we define our customers. We even created our typical customer that we would like for our business, our product. We branded our business. We got the business online. We listen, we learn, we communicate, and we deliver value. And then we develop relationships. In our recap of the marketing for purchase and advocacy, is the last two phases of the customer journey. Your marketing is focused on converting your customers and turning them into brand loyal advocates. Not all the people who show initial interest in your brand will move to these phases. So it is important to identify key actions someone in the consideration phase would take that would likely lead to a conversion. Then you want to identify those customers so you can share timely call to action that pave the way to a purchase. You'll want to make sure the purchase process is streamlined and easy so you don't lose someone in that process. Once you've landed a customer, a paying customer, you're going to keep them happy, satisfied to build their customer loyalty, and implement programs and incentives to sustain their loyalty and encourage their advocacy among everyone they know. You can also create advocacy programs among other people, like employees, influencers, and affiliates. Ultimately, their advocacy will lead to more customers entering the purchase phase. Grow your digital skills by continuing your education with Grow with Google on Air. You can register for free virtual workshops, and you can go to g.co/grow-on-air. No matter where you've located, through online workshops, you can learn skills that can help you stay connected, productive, curious about the workshops you can take virtually from home. If you want to sharpen your business and marketing skills, check out the Primer, Business and Marketing Lessons. It's quick, easy lessons on your phone. Learn whenever you have a few minutes free. It's practical, personalized, and has next steps. You can get that information by going to g.co/primer/from home. This is a free app, and the emphasis again is on free. You can download it on your phone. If you have an Android device, you can download it at Google Play. If you have an Apple device, you can download it at Apple Store. This has a series of short, fun lessons that are all less than 5 minutes each. Lastly, this workshop is brought to you by Grow with Google, an initiative that helps people prepare for work, find jobs, and grow their business. Some of these people are teachers and students, local businesses, job seekers, developers. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take care, and I hope you see you again for another Grow with Google workshop. At this time, our moderator will take over and see if there's anything in the chat.
Thank you, Mr. Henry, for all of that information. With regards to this webinar, it will be accessible on the VI SBDC YouTube channel. And if anyone needs a copy, feel free to email us. We can get that out to you. I just want to remind Thank you, Mr. Henry, for that information. Sorry, I was on mute trying to give answer the questions in the chat. So to everyone in our audience, this webinar will be accessible from the VI SBDC YouTube channel. It would also, if you need a copy of the presentation, we can email that to you. Our email address is info@visbdc.org. And I just wanted to take the time while persons were putting their questions in the chat to remind everyone to visit our website at www.visbdc.org to register for more upcoming webinars. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google My Business, or subscribe to the VI SBDC YouTube channel for more on-demand webinars. Please download the VI SBDC app from the Apple or Google Play Store for your personal device. So while we wait for questions in the chat, let me just mention what's coming up next. On November 30th at 11 a.m., we have Webinar Tuesday with the SBA, and that webinar is entitled Market and Research Utilizing the Dynamic Small Business Search Tool. On December 7th, we will have the SBA team here again. And that webinar would be preparing for the next disaster. And that would also be at 11 a.m. On December 9th, we actually have a customer service webinar, and it's entitled The Importance of Soft Skills in the USVI. That will be at 10 a.m. And all of our webinars are on Atlantic Standard Time. That's the time zone that we're in. Sorry for the miscommunication, but we can email you a copy of the presentation, and this webinar will be accessible in video format on our YouTube channel. So, Mr. Henry, I don't see any questions outside of that in the chat. So I guess you did a superb job. So I guess this will conclude our webinar for today. Thanks everyone for attending, and we look forward to the holiday season approaching. On Friday, please go out and shop with our small business owners. It will be Small Business Saturday. We encourage you to spend your monies locally and help a small business grow and succeed. Thank you.